Hey, Man in the Mayhem here, and today I've got something really special to share with you. I have some more cases from my good friend Tron at xtronix. Now these cases are specifically made to fit the Kisu. So here's mine now. Now what I will say straight off the bat is this camera does not do this board justice, but I'll do my best to show you every fine detail on how stunning this 3D print really is. So for anyone who doesn't know what the Kisu is, it's a development board made by Kisu. So for anyone who doesn't know what Kisu is, it is a Flipper Zero alternative that can run Flipper Zero firmware. It's a really small form factor card device that can basically act as a flipper with very similar functionality. So here you can see we have the I button, we've got an infrared transceiver here, we have got NFC and RFID on the back, we have the Flipper Zero standard GPIO for connecting development boards, we have a screen, we have our buttons, USB, and we have a external SMA connector for the sub-gigahertz. If you want to see more about that, please check out my video that I'll link in the description. But this particular video is mainly around these cases. So I've zoomed right in now so you can really start seeing some of the quality. So this board is absolutely stunning. The board fits perfectly inside. It's locked in by some really decent hardware. It's got a 3D printed SMA cap which has got some lovely finger work on it so you can easily unscrew it. I honestly thought that this particular part was injection molding, and it's also got a carbon fiber pattern on there as well. The thing that makes this case that one step further is the fact it's got a power switch built into the top, so you can turn your Kisu on more easily, and it also has these buttons which makes using the Kisu actually bearable. Beforehand there were some small buttons that were quite difficult to push, and if you use the original acrylic case that came with it with an elastic band, it was quite hard to get your fingers in there. But these buttons work absolutely phenomenally to go through all of our menus and get to all of our different settings. So as you can see, I've got momentum running on here right now, and it's really responsive, really tactile, and not a pain to use at all. One of the cool things that Tron has managed to integrate into this case is that you can still access the SD card and the USB for charging. He's put a diffuser on here for the LED. You can diffuse your light rather than having quite an intrusive LED shining in your face. But the thing that I like most about Tron's case is the fact that we have space to have the GPIO on the back, where we can then put some more expansion boards. So for instance, we can put on the Flux Capacitor straight onto the back in another stunning Tron case, and on top of that we can also slot in our GPS just here. So straight off the bat we have now increased our functionality of our Kisu even more by having our Flux capacitor on the back with GPS and still being able to access all of our board. It also works really well with the ESP Ghost, which is what I tend to keep on here the most, to kind of increase that functionality to add Wi-Fi to this device, kind of like the LEGO ones. But this will actually allow me to keep the form factor very much similar and have that beautiful ESP Ghost just sat there on the back being powered by it. Really cool. And of course, if you wanted to cause some mayhem in the classroom, we have the Master Blaster and the Slim Shady that can also fit straight back on here as well. And it really does work quite well and is quite sturdy. So I've got no issues with any of these boards getting damaged or broken while being used. But the most important thing about this case is Tron's bespoke pin sliders. So to make sure that none of these boards get damaged or the GPIO headers don't get damaged, you actually have a case that the full board can slide into, and then everything is safe and sound. And once again, as with everything Tron does, you can see the detail on this case and how much love and care has gone into printing it in every single aspect and every single side. And like I say, these cases are rock solid. They really don't bend, they don't break. I would quite happily stand on this, apart from I don't want a big boot mark on it. And it just means that you can actually take a device that was originally quite delicate and needed a lot of protection and actually be able to just throw it into your pocket with no trouble at all. So if you are interested in getting a case for your Kisu, this does fit the V4A and the V4B and work quite nicely. It comes in many different colours, which I'll show you some examples of shortly. So Tron being Tron, he couldn't send me just one case, so he sent me another 4 to have a look at. These ones are quite special. They have this wonderful carbon fibre on there. So as you can see, these work the exact same as the other cases, but this is in the blue and carbon fibre black. And I really hope you can just see the detail and the quality in there. There's also the full blackout, I think this one's really cool if you want to get a bit more stealthy and be a bit less in your face. But of course, I do love my purple, so I can't complain there. We've got the reverse with the blue carbon fibre and the black inlay. And then something really flashy, we have got the gold and brown carbon fibre. So fingers crossed, my camera's doing this justice and you can really see the build quality on there. Right, so that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this. Please go show Tron some love. He's a phenomenal master of his craft and does a fantastic job and puts 100% effort and pride and joy into every item that he makes. So go show him some love. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this. Happy hacking. Catch you next time.